You study English? Do he like soccer? Are you speak Spanish? Hey guys, Teacher Freaks here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. And today is the last day of the study challenge. If you have not watched the two previous videos, on those previous videos I talked about affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and today I'm going to talk about questions. The most common mistakes we make when we are asking questions in the simple present. Just a reminder, these are basic questions. Just like the other videos, they were basic negative phrases, basic affirmative sentences. The same here, basic yes, no questions. So let's take a look at the first very common mistake we usually make when we're asking questions in the simple present, okay? You study English. In English, in many other languages, for example, Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, I think, you can just use the intonation and just ask the question you want to ask. You use the pronoun, you use the verb, you use a complement, and there you have it. Question. Not in English. But pricks, if I just use a good intonation, they will not understand? They will. Don't worry, I just did this now and I just used intonation. You probably understood. On a daily basis, when you're talking to someone, if you just use the intonation and nothing else, people will understand, okay? It's alright. It's important that we ask the question correctly. When I say this, I'm not trying to make you feel like you need to be perfect. No, okay? Don't worry. But it's important to make some corrections along the way, okay? To make your English better, more like a native English, okay? Like trying to be as close as native speakers do. So do you remember the sequence of words that I showed you on the first video and on the second? We have it again, okay? But this time it's a little different. Take a look. A, B, V, C. I added something before my P. In all the other videos, in the two other videos, the P was the first one. Not anymore. Now I have this A, alright? I will explain the difference, but I think you have an idea of what the difference is. So in this case, you study English. I'm trying to ask a question. I have my you, the person. I have my study, the verb. And I have my C, the complement, English. As I showed you the sequence before, I need this A. In this case, it's gonna be do. Do you study English? Now it's a question. Now it's beautiful, peachy, okay? So if you notice, the person, the verb, and the complement are still the same. The sequence is the same. You just added the do in the beginning. So that's how you ask simple questions in the simple present, okay? And why do I say simple questions? Because these questions are yes and no questions. If you want to know what, where, when, how, you have to add when, how before the do. But I will make another video to talk about more specific questions, okay? And there are different complements we can use in a question to make it more elaborate. But that's not the point here, that's not the purpose, okay? The purpose is to review basic constructions. Now, do is for most of the pronouns, I, you, we, they. How about the does? Does will be used for he, she, it, okay? Or for anything in the singular, the table, the door, the museum, the church, the stadium, you name it. So let's see another example with does. Does your teacher speak Spanish? So your teacher is the person. Does in the beginning, okay? Your teacher. Speak is my action, my verb. And Spanish is my complement. Now, as I said, if you have good intonation and you forget the does or the do, people will understand, okay? So don't be too hard on yourself if you forget to use the do or the doesn't, okay? By using a good intonation, people will understand, but try to correct yourself, okay? And another common mistake, do he like music? With he, she, it, when you're asking a question about another person, like your mom, your cousin, or your dog, you don't use do. Now, if it's in the plural, more than one cat, more than a dog, more than two houses, more than one house actually, you have to use do. And remember those annoying rules to change the verb, put the s? Nothing happens here. Your verb is normal. All you need is the does in the beginning. Does your sister like music? I used my does, and my verb like is normal. And the last common mistake, guess what? Yes, verb to be. Are you speak Italian? In this case, again, I cannot use verb to be to ask a question. I need to ask to use my does. What happens is that many people have a tendency to use verb to be because we learned that verb to be can be used in questions. But this is a different kind of question. We're talking about qualities, but not really actions, all right? Because of this, many non-native speakers use the verb to be to ask a question. Is he go to work? Is he study English too? And you cannot use this verb to be here. Now, one last thing I want to teach you is that how to answer these questions that are asked to you. It's very simple, guys. You have to say yes or no because it is a yes or no question, okay? So if I ask, do you speak Spanish? You have to say yes or you have to say no. In everyday conversations, we usually say yes or no and continue talking. But not everybody has this vocabulary, okay? So the basic answer is to say yes and then make your affirmative sentence. Just like I taught you on the day one. Yes, I study Spanish. Okay? Or no, and then make your negative sentence. I don't study Spanish. You also have the option of saying yes, I do, or no, I don't. Yes, he does, or no, he doesn't. As I said, in everyday conversations, that's not very common. They usually go straight to the conversation. Yeah, I usually do this and that. Yes, I study. They continue talking about the subject. But these are some options here. So does John like coffee? Yes, he does. Short. Yes, he likes coffee. My affirmative sentence as normal, as usual. Okay? And remember, this yes, he does, no, he doesn't is not so common in everyday conversations. People prefer to keep talking about whatever it is that they're talking about. Okay? So what is the homework for today? You're gonna ask me 3 questions to me, and I will answer them to you, okay? And then you're gonna ask 5 more questions about something else. Then it can be about someone around me. Oh, does your best friend like to work? Does your best friend like to... I'm not gonna give you more examples, but you can ask 3 questions to me directly and about my best friend. Okay, and I will answer to you. Now we are officially ending this challenge. 3 days. I hope you did the homework assignments for the previous days, and I hope you do the one for today, okay? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and invite your friends to do this challenge as well. It's always nice to review grammar in English, okay? Would you like to see more challenges? So leave me your suggestions of things you would like to see here in 3-day challenges. I intend to do more 3-day challenges for you guys, okay? Thanks guys, and I'll see you on this day. All right, don't forget. Bye.